this video, I will cover basic information about that map of consciousness. That map of consciousness, it is work of Dr. David R. Hawkins. It's not fully like he developed. He has more parts to it, but I thought that maybe on the beginning we can start only with the level and the emotion that represents that level. What do I mean by level? I mean by level of understanding, level of consciousness. We are conscious. What's going on here? How do I feel when I am here? How do I feel when I am here? How do I feel when I am here? How do I feel that I am here? So I will explain more about those levels in different videos, and it's gonna be many, because that stuff will become so useful to you. You will understand yourself more through your emotional states, and you will know which states are blocking your potential. You will know which states of emotional states are not letting you grow. You will know how to let go of those blockages as well. So stay with this information, with my videos, because I will put more and more and power to you if you decide, of course, watch that stuff that I'm about to present. So in this video, it's like I don't want to make a long one. I will talk about consciousness, unconsciousness, constant battle between both, mind as expression of both consciousness and unconsciousness, and our human vulnerability. So what is consciousness? How do you understand that consciousness? Am I conscious about that map? So it means, do I know that I know? Probably the quickest way to understand consciousness, it is like how old you were when you remember that you are here in this world. How old you were. And when you go back to your memory, you might have some moments that you remember, because I have. So that's the moment that you became conscious. So from unconscious mind, you were still alive, but it was not so conscious, because we don't remember. And when we started to remember that we are here in this world, then when our consciousness in us was like in full awareness. So consciousness, when we are consciously aware that we are here, and wherever we do, many things we do unconsciously, like automatic, because we repeated that thing so many times that now we don't have to think about. So we might say it's like something driving that automatic pattern. So because consciously we've done something so many times, that now we can do something unconsciously. So my point is that we all the time operating between consciousness and unconsciousness. We are all the time affected by both. And when you are consciously aware that there is unconscious with us all the time, when you are aware, then you can bring more stuff from unconscious to your consciousness. That was the main point of Dr. Carl Jung. He was the first one that discovered that part in us unconscious. And what he said, that it is like a living thing affecting our life constantly. And more we will bring from unconscious to our consciousness, power to us. It's not about information only, because some information could not be on the truth. And you know that. Many, many lies are around. So what you will discover, that truth has so much power that will lift you up, and lies will push you down. From that map of consciousness, what you will understand, when people are on the level of blame and they are using blame constantly, they're not winning. That blame on the end will eat them up, because see where the guilt and blame is? So it's not good idea to use blame in your life when you are conscious. But because people are very unconscious, they don't know that that level affecting them in negative way and pulling them down, not up. So to build your life in good human experience, to build your life in good positive way, you need to be aware of that map of consciousness, and you need to learn how to let go of those levels of negative emotions. So negative emotions are not driving your life anymore, and put yourself here for that human wonderful experience. And when you become conscious, when you start to try, not all things are known right away. We are here to learn. So be conscious, be very conscious that we are here, at least be conscious that we are here to learn. Not everything is set for truth and we don't have to learn anything. No, no, no. When you are stuck somewhere and you think that you know everything, you know what's gonna happen to you? Somebody will use your energy, your life, for their own purpose. So you will become victim. People don't know, when they start to blame and use blame, they start to blame and they use blame, they become victims. It is like a sickness of your mind, right? You don't know what to do because you are prisoner of blame. That's the feeling when you start to blame. I was in that feeling for some time. I remember exactly how I felt. It was not a good place to be. And I remember thoughts that were coming to me. Because what you don't know, what we are unconscious, that thoughts are correlated with our levels. When we are in desire or fear or grief or hate, that kind of thoughts will come to us because of that vibration. We have that feeling in ourselves. And you know the saying, like attracts like. So from that level we were attracting the same thoughts. So improve yourself. The only way is to know how to let go of those negative emotions, at least to know how to handle if they come, and then let them go. Be aware that we are conscious we do have a consciousness. We can make ourselves conscious that we have choice. What kind of feeling I want to express and how do I want to act? There is always a real choice. If you make yourself aware about it, you're like a winner already. So just know that consciousness and unconsciousness operating all the time in our human life. So we make things known to ourselves, to our consciousness, from unconscious. We didn't know, now we learn. And it was so powerful because it was from here, from that emotion, that we felt it is powerful and we started to repeat that. But if we didn't know something happened and we dropped ourselves somewhere here, we might get lost. What happened? I thought that everything is okay and working very well. But that was on your way something to understand. What was to understand on your way? How to let go of negative emotions, because you still had like a suppressed and repressed those emotions, emotional states in yourself. That's why we dropped unconsciously and we didn't know what to do. If I would know how to act then I would started to let go, because I had those, and we all have those emotions suppressed and repressed, and we don't know how to let go. As soon as you will learn how to let go, you can experience those emotions. Of course, we are humans, we have a consciousness, so we can experience but consciously, and we know what is going on and we can let it go. We don't have to act them out. If we are in grief, of course, we can regret things. It's the natural human things to do it. But it's not about to regret. It is about to be stuck there and not knowing how to let go that regret and move up. Because we will experience all of those emotions, but not to be prisoner of those emotions, to know how to let them go, how to deal when I am here. Because the grief will come from time to time, and it's good to cry. That's the way to let it out. That's the way. If we make ourselves to be stuck in any of negative emotions and we go up, the probability that we will drop are very high, because we are still don't know. We are still in unconscious that those states need to be learned and known how to let go. We can experience them, but they are not taking power over us, because those are negative emotions. We might need them from time to time, but our life cannot be driven by negative emotions. So I want you to understand how important is to know about those emotional states, and how important is to know how to let go of those negative states. You might say, what about positive one? Positive one will appear automatically when you know what to do with negative ones. We're only prisoners of negative. Positive will give you aliveness and your life will improve. Like you see here, your energy, life energy will go up and up as much as you can. And when you drop here, your energy level will go down and down and will take your life away. your aliveness or your feeling to love life will be taken away as soon as you are there. So is it good to be aware about that map of consciousness? I will try to explain how to let go of those negative emotions, how to act, how to deal with them in different videos, because it is a lot, a lot to share. I already made a program. If you're ready to take it, take it. If you are not, stay with me for a while. Maybe you will take that program later on, because in the program that I'm talking about, I put indication on each level and how to let go, how to transcend each level, and go to positive fields so you can make positive, good decision consciously and not to be driven by unconscious anymore. It is so, so important. Why? Because right now, with 21st century, and you know what happened? Many were pushed back to blame. Look what happened to societies. Almost all societies have that problem, to blame somebody else for faults. And what they don't know, that somehow they let themselves to be pushed to blame. And now their life is going to be manipulated and used for someone else. So we are in constant battle between both consciousness and unconsciousness. We want to be more conscious, so we have to take from that unconscious, because there is ability. We have ability because of consciousness. So see yourself like that powerful, powerful human being that can be more conscious and more conscious. What we have to our disposition? Mind. Mind, it is like a memory hub. Mind is not something that is everything there, because mind can hold lies and truth. Mind doesn't have the ability to distinguish between truth and lies. That's why so many people are confused. They are perpetuating lies and they don't know. And that those lies are here in mind. So mind didn't help them because they didn't make themselves conscious. They are still unconscious. So unconscious affecting their mind, and because mind is the expression of both consciousness and unconsciousness, what you don't know and what you know. So mind is like the memory hub for everything. So it's hard to figure it out just using mind, wherever you have now, because some stuff you will have to let go. And you will let go from which part? From mind. That's as a humans, our consciousness using mind to express that aliveness here in this world. And that's why that vulnerability of our life is so high. If we're unconscious, that vulnerability is almost 100%. How much power that small baby has. You can harm that baby very easily. So vulnerability of life of that baby, it's, yeah, you know, it's very, very high. So we will have to protect that baby, love that baby, so to save that baby, right? And you must look at yourself like your consciousness is like baby, because you're conscious and you want to make yourself more and more conscious. So you are taking yourself from unconscious to consciousness. And you make yourself consciousness as much as possible to protect yourself. Because there is so much vulnerability if you don't know. So to experience this life in this world, it's not that easy if you are unconscious. But if you are on the way to make yourself conscious, that vulnerability is lower and lower. So knowing that you can make yourself conscious every time when you are getting information aligned with truth, then your vulnerability is lower and lower. How you will know that this is the truth? I might say that it should be obvious, but it's not. So I will expand more about that map of consciousness. It's like the map of freedom, map of way to experience our life in good way, in good conscious way. We are not here to blame anybody. We are not here to fear or live in anger or in pridefulness. No, we are here to consciously grow and grow and learn about our human potential.